right, folks, away we go. This is episode 821. This is Blind Magic in Alice Springs, and I am your host, Murray Stewart. And I'm also going to welcome my producer for this episode, Rachel. Hi, Rachel. How are you going?
Good, Murray. How are you?
Okay, Rachel, how are we going with our technical issues with Podbean? I know that you were able to reasonably successfully download 820, the previous episode. So how do you think we're travelling?
Yeah, it's still saying you can't live stream, or the streaming is not working. You need to download the episode to be able to listen to it.
All right, folks, and the other alternative, of course, is to get us on Apple or Spotify. And, of course, we are also putting our episodes onto Facebook. Are we not, Rachel? I should hope.
Yep.
And also YouTube. So there are ways and means of getting blind magic in Alice Springs, and I hope you're exploring them all. And I have faith in my listeners. I know you're all very bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And so you're doing your very, very best. And if you're not bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, then you're very, very smart people who are capable of working this all out for yourselves. So, speaking of which, we were told, all of us were told, that this was going to be a very dry, a desolate summer. Oh yes, that's what we were told. And that there was going to be almost no rain in Australia. Well, since they told us that, it hasn't stopped raining, folks. And there's more rain to come. Oh yes, there is. There's another cyclone that has formed in the northern tropics, and it's making its way into the Northern Territory and possibly heading back into Central Australia, which will mean more rain for us here in the Barkly, which is in Tennant Creek, 500 kilometres to the north of Alice Springs, and then into Central Australia as that tropical cyclone, which will no doubt end up being a rain depression, heads further south. So yes, folks, I think pretty much all of Australia has received a drenching after we were told that such an event would not be possible over this past summer. And of course now we are into the autumn period. So it is what it is, but I guess it leaves all those desalination plants that were commissioned by various governments on the eastern seaboard obsolete. Oh, yes, it does. So millions and millions of dollars up in smoke. Literally up in smoke. And farmers who have relied upon the Weather Bureau for forecasts as to what they should or should not do with their herds or their crops in limbo. Yes, because they would have either destocked as a result of the predictions of drought Armageddon. You know, it's just not on. It's just absolutely not on that we should be getting such wild, unpredictable predictions. We've got to get this right. We so need to get this right. And we need to ensure that the Weather Bureau is filled with people that are in fact capable of predicting the meteorological future and not be climate doom fanatics. No, we just need proper science. We need proper facts. And we need predictions based on exactly that, and that is the facts rather than be ideologically driven. 100% that's what we need. Because people do plan ahead on the basis of these predictions. We would like to rely upon the Weather Bureau. And we would like to be able to plan not only agriculturally, but we would like to plan, you know, even in terms of our holidays. And just give us some common sense. That's, I guess, what we're saying. Just give us some plain, cold, hard, factual information. And that's what we need, straight up. And none of this ideological barracking. No, that's got to go. Absolutely, it has to go. But anyway, as it would seem, there is a tropical cyclone that is making its way into the Northern Territory, and perhaps it'll be heading into Central Australia with the possibility of another drenching, which will then result in the Stuart Highway being blocked again. You know, I can remember when one of these climate fanatics came to Central Australia not so long ago. And he predicted Armageddon in the terms of the fact that he said, and I quote, that we would be so dry here in Central Australia, so desolate, so drought-stricken, that we would be on fire, literally. That fires would blaze across Central Australia. And as one local pointed out to him in no uncertain terms from the back of the room, he said, with all due respects, what you're saying is bullshit. That's exactly what he said. He said, because I'm not sure whether you realise it or not, but in periods where we don't get rain and there is drought, there's nothing to burn. So there will be no fires. And basically he sent him packing with his ideological beliefs all the way back to the southern states. In other words, he totally debunked the idea that dryness brings about wildfires in Central Australia. It clearly does not. The same as global warming is supposed to bring about dryness and drought and, food preservation problems, etc. But in actual fact, extra heat brings about more convection currents and more rain, which brings about more growth, which is exactly what we are seeing. Hence this tropical cyclone, which will be making its way south and bringing more plentiful rain to Central Australia, which will bring about more growth. And there within you might find we have a fire problem next summer because of the additional growth. You know, that's proper facts. That's proper science. And you know what? We just simply don't need this over-the-top lack of understanding, lack of experience, lack of wisdom, BS ideology. No, we don't. We don't. We just need the plain, cold, hard facts. All right, everyone, this has been episode 821. This has been a Blind Magic Communications production.